Yeah, so passing object, then returning object, then we're going to do array, sorry, you can say pointer to object. Okay, and I think we have seen that how we can write function inside the class and outside the class. Okay, so once again, we will see how we can make inline functions by ourselves. By default, any function which is written inside the class is inline only. Okay, but still we can make a function inline also by ourselves. Okay, so there is a keyword in inline. Okay, so, which we will be seeing. So these are the major things. Okay, if time permits, we will see more things. Okay, so let us first start with passing object. Okay, so this is what we have already seen. The program is something which we have already seen. I'm writing it again so that we all can just recollect. So the first thing is the library using namespace std. I'm going to make class my number. Okay, and private we're going to have therein. In public we are going to have void get number, then see out in and display. Okay, and with a semicolon, the class will always end with a semicolon. Now let us simply test our class. So I'm going to make int main. Okay, we will declare one object of my number, say m1, and dot num dot this will be, let's say, return 0. Let's run. Number 10, my number is 10. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, okay, I want to have another object, so I will say it as n2 semicolon, and then I'll say n2 dot get num. Okay, we can give a normal cout over here slash n, because then we are working with another object. That's it. Okay, n2 dot get num, and then again n2 dot, we can say display num. Next one. Okay, so the first number, let's say 10. Okay, and the second number, let's say 20. There is some slash n, it has to be. Yes. Then again, okay, 10, 20. Okay. Now we are going to see how we can actually uh, pass object as an argument. So for that we are going to make another function over here. Okay, let's say the name of the function is void, because it is not returning anything. Okay, we can say add num or add object in fine. And now we are going to pass an object. Okay, because we are going to pass an object, the data type of the object will be the class. Okay, so we have written of, okay, if you want to pass n2, simply cannot write n2, you have to write what is the type of n2. Okay, and we all know that the type of n2 is my number because that is the class name. If suppose we write, we pass an argument, okay, int a, it simply means we are passing a and the type of a is integer. So similarly, we are passing n2 and the type of n2 is my number. Okay. To store the result, we declare another object n3. Okay, and we simply write n3 dot n is equals to n. This n will be of the object who will be calling the add function. This n will be of the object who will be calling the add function, and then we have passed n2, so it will be n2 dot n, and simply we will say cout, and then we can give slash n. The addition is, then we are going to display n3 dot n. So okay, we have to call this function definitely. So to call the function, we write n1 dot add, pass n2. Okay, we'll run. So 10, and let's say 40, and then the addition is 50. Okay, so it is very simple thing. The only thing that we have to take care over here is that we have to make a user defined function in which we'll pass an object. Okay, the function will also be called by an object. So the object who is actually calling the function, the data member of that object we can use directly, whereas whatever we have passed, the object we have passed, okay, its data member, we can access it by the object name. Okay, so this is the code for we can say passing objects as argument. Okay, again we can have a look at the function. We have made the function as void add, passed my number into, okay, my number n3 is there, and then n3 dot n is equals to n plus n2 dot n. Okay, and the addition turns out to be n3 dot n. Yeah, so can I expect, is this part clear to everyone? Okay, so pointer to object. Okay, first of all, before actually understanding pointer to object, we have understood the idea of how we actually make pointers and pointed to some members, and then how we access it. Okay, now when you're talking about pointer to object, so you are now not talking about the primitive data types that you are using. Okay, so instead now you will be actually pointing to an object. So instead of integer a, we can expect some object would be made over here. Let's say student s. So because you have, or s1, because you have to point to an object, you also need that your pointer should be of the same type. So I'm going to make something like this, and then uh, to allocate the memory of the s1 object, I have to write something like this, and then with pointer I have to access. Okay, so if I was using directly an object, अगर मैं सीधा object use कर रही थी, so I could write like this: s1 dot, let's say, get stood, and s2 dot get, sorry, s1 dot get stood. बट नाउ हम पॉइंटर को यूज़ कर रहे हैं, सो वी विल जस्ट सी कि तो हमें बेसिकली क्या करना है, अभी बेसिकली हमें ऑब्जेक्ट से ये हमें मेथड्स एक्सेस नहीं करने हैं, हमें एक्सेस करना है यूजिंग दी पॉइंटर. Okay, so let us see, understand the code, how we can do it, and by that we will also have a good revision of the student class that we already made previously again. Okay, definitely you can work with the same class that we have used right now also, that is my number. It actually makes no difference. Okay, you can have any class and you can work on it. Okay, fine. So now let us make the student class, okay, that we have already made. So I'm going to write include, then stream, using namespace. Okay, so doing certain codes again and again can give us a clarity of how they are written. Okay, so then we're going to write private, and there are two things. So we'll say integer roll number and character name, because if you just write character s name, your name can store only one character, and if you give 50, it can store maximum up to 50 characters. Okay, and then we make public, and then we make the first method as void get stood, second method as void display stood. Okay, so we are going to write the methods here itself. Okay, so yes, what I'm going to do is cout, and I will say enter roll number in, we will say cout enter name in as name. Okay, once this is done, you can go with void display stood. Okay, it will be cout. You can say you can write something like student is will be then cout then name, then it will be name. So I think yeah, we have done with two functions. Okay, and by this we have done with the class. Yes, so class will always have a semicolon at the end. This is my class, student class, two data members and two functions. The data members are in private, the two functions are in public. Now I'm going to my main method. Okay, so I'll write in the main. Okay, and then I'm going to make the object of the student class. Okay, so I'll say student s1. I will call get stud method, call display stud method, and then it will be return 0. Okay, so this is what I think we have already done till now. So let's just check. Okay, so it has to be public. Okay, let's run again. Okay, so it asks me enter roll number, so let's say 1. Okay, process name. Okay, let's give in the name. We need a slash n maybe over here, or even okay, this is fine, anything. So you can just have a slash n over here, or maybe you can have an endl over here, or maybe after this line cout, and you can have endl. Okay, so this is something, okay, we can say it's like without pointer normally. Okay, how we are doing it. Now let us just see how we can put pointer into this. So for that there is no change in the class. Okay, we have to just concentrate on main. Now in main we will declare a pointer, but the data type of the pointer will be student. As I just told you कि अगर हमें object को point करना है, ओके, तो ऑब्जेक्ट का जो भी डेटा टाइप होगा वही डेटा टाइप पॉइंटर का होना चाहिए. अगर पॉइंटर को इंटीजर डेटा टाइप को पॉइंट करना है तो वो पॉइंटर इंटीजर टाइप का होगा. अगर पॉइंटर को फ्लोट को पॉइंट करना है देन द पॉइंटर वुड बी अ फ्लोट टाइप. ओके, नाउ द पॉइंटर वांट्स टू पॉइंट टू s1. ठीक है, इसलिए उसका टाइप क्या होना चाहिए? स्टूडेंट. नाउ पॉइंटर को इनिशियलाइज करना होता है, पॉइंटर को कभी भी अगर तुम्हें इनिशियलाइज करना होता है तो यू हैव टू गिव द एड्रेस. ओके, सो आई एम गोइंग टू राइट ptr is equals to n% s1. See, there is actually no big difference, only now because we are using object. Okay, so that's why it is s1, that is this. नाउ मुझे गेट स्टूड और डिस्प्ले स्टूड जो है वो S1 से एक्सेस नहीं करने हैं. डेफिनेटली तुम S1 से भी एक्सेस कर सकते हो. लेट मी कीप इट लाइक दिस. ओके, लेट्स से दिस इज एक्सेस्ड. ओके, आई एम गोइंग टू राइट ओके सी आउट. ओके, and then I will say, slash and let's say access via object. Okay, which we are already aware about. Okay, let us give a comment over here. We have said, initialized, or can we say, ptr given memory address of object s1. Okay, see out. We are going to now say access. There is going to be no difference as such. Okay, तुमने अभी देखा था राइट कि हमने जब एग्जांपल लिया था कि अगर पॉइंटर पीटीआर करते हैं तो भी ये वैल्यू आ रहा था. So there is not going to be any difference, just it's a different way. Okay, accessed via pointer. So whenever you want to access via pointer, again the same thing, you cannot access whatever you have written in private, which means you cannot access rno and sname. You can only access get student display stud. So to do that, you have to write ptr, that is the name of the pointer, and you cannot make use of the dot operator. Okay, instead you have to make use of arrow operator, and then you have to write your method name. Okay, again ptr, you cannot make use of the dot operator because it's a pointer. Okay, so this is the change. Okay, let us run and see. It's it just skipped the accessed by, oh right, we have given a message accessed by object initial. Okay, fine. Yes, let me just do some little bit of change. Okay, so let us put a slash n over here first of all, and let us put a slash n over here. Okay, and some two slash n over here. Okay, so accessed via object now means what? I think this is accessed by object right now means what? We have accessed the get stood and display stood method using s1. Okay, so let me give 12 and let me give the name. Okay, a. Okay, so this is this. Now accessed via pointer, which means the same method you are able to access via pointer also. Okay, so because it is the same student, you can have the same roll number and name. This is just another way to access the same method. If you change, then it will whatever is stored in s1, it will get changed. Okay, I think I'll show you again what I want to say. See, now as soon as, let's say, you access the get student display student via pointer. Okay, and then what I'm going to write is s1 dot display student again. Okay, I just wanted to show you one thing. Okay, so let me run. Okay, so first I give the roll number as 1. Okay, and let's say name as a. Okay, this is via object. Now what we have done is we have given the memory allocation of this object to the pointer, which means the pointer can also be able to access it. And let's say we have given we change the roll number to 2 NVBB. And what you can see that, okay, that the changes happen into the actual object. Okay, why it happens into the actual object? Because your pointer is already working onto the memory of that object. So point ये है कि अगर pointer कुछ change करता है तो वो actual object में भी change हो जाने वाला है. Okay, fine. So this is the idea behind, you can say. दिस इज द आइडिया बिहाइंड पॉइंटर टू ऑब्जेक्ट. एक्चुअली तो हमारे लिए यही मोर देन इम्पोर्टेंट है, बट देन आई जस्ट टोल्ड यू कि अगर तुम इधर कुछ दूसरा उसका रोल नंबर और नेम देते हो तो देन इट गेट्स चेंज ओवर हियर ऑल्सो. ओके, सो इज देयर एनी डाउट इन दिस स्टूडेंट? क्या ये कोर्स आपको समझ में आया? ओके, मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट ये है कि यू डिक्लेयर अ पॉइंटर. द पॉइंटर हैज टू बी ऑफ स्टूडेंट टाइप ओनली. ओके, and as of now, if you want, you can consider this. It's just for your understanding. Okay, so um, the first way to access the methods or of the class is via object. जो हमने normally ही करते हैं, ये चीज़ हमें already पता है, लेकिन तुम वाया पॉइंटर भी उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो. ओके, सो ये हमने अगर वाया पॉइंटर अगर हमें एक्सेस करना है तो वी हैव टू राइट द नेम ऑफ द पॉइंटर एंड देन वी हैव टू यूज द एरो ऑपरेटर एंड देन वी हैव टू एक्सेस द मेथड. बट ये करने से पहले ओके पॉइंटर का इनिशियलाइजेशन होना बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, इज देयर एनी डाउट इन दिस कोड? Okay, so again I'll just quickly tell you. So there is a pointer, okay, that you have to make, and then it has to be given the memory address of an object, and then you can access the methods or all the public things of the class using the pointer also, the similar way you do it with object, but you have to make use of arrow operator over there.